After a bad outcome, there are two words that can either start to rebuild trust, or they can trigger a lawsuit. I'm sorry. So today, we are going to explore the really high-stakes world of apology laws in medicine and give you a clear, practical framework to navigate these incredibly difficult conversations.
I mean, this question, it's really at the heart of every physician's worst nightmare. The word you choose in that moment can truly mean the difference between healing a patient relationship and finding yourself in a malpractice suit. So let's break down why it's just so complex. And here it is. This is the core tension, right? You have an ethical, a human duty to be compassionate, but at the same time, you're terrified of self-incrimination. It's like walking a tightrope, and it's a skill every single physician has to learn. This is exactly where apology laws are supposed to help.
Okay, let's really dive into this. We're going to examine the apology dilemma itself and look at how these specific laws were actually designed to address it.
You know, what's so interesting when you look at this list is that it's often not just about the medical error itself. Lawsuits are frequently fueled by a complete breakdown in communication. Patients feel betrayed, they feel dismissed, and this is why a sincere, well-phrased apology can be such a powerful tool. It can de-escalate these very emotions.
So, this is where apology laws are meant to come in. But, and this is crucial, not all of these laws are created equal. They fall into two very distinct categories, and knowing the difference, well, that's key to managing your risk.
And here's the key distinction, laid out plain and simple. Partial laws, you could think of them as sympathy only, protect your expressions of regret. But full apology laws, they also protect actual admissions of fault. Understanding which one applies to you is absolutely critical.
This right here is a perfect example of what is protected under a partial or sympathy-only law. It expresses genuine compassion, it acknowledges the patient's suffering, but it does not admit any specific fault. This is almost always a safe statement to make.
This statement, though, this is a whole different ballgame. It directly admits fault. This type of apology is only legally protected from being used as evidence in court if you're in a jurisdiction with a full apology law. Saying this in a state with only partial protection could be a huge mistake. Okay, let's zoom out a bit and see how this plays out across the globe. Because where you practice can dramatically, and I mean dramatically, change your legal risk and how you should be communicating.
In the US, it's a real patchwork. Over 30 states have some kind of apology law, but here's the kicker. Most of them only offer that partial sympathy-only protection. So a statement like, "I'm sorry for your pain" is probably protected, but "I'm sorry I made a mistake" is almost certainly not.
Now, in stark contrast, look at Canada. Most provinces there provide robust, full apology protection. This legal environment actually encourages open disclosure. It shields even direct admissions of fault from being used against the doctor in court. It's a completely different mindset.
Then you have India, which presents a uniquely high-risk legal environment. Why? Because there are no dedicated apology laws. None. This means any admission of error can be used as direct evidence against you. So in this context, communication has to be managed with extreme care.
So with all these differences in mind, it is absolutely essential to have a clear understanding of what makes for safe and unsafe language. So let's get practical.
This table gives you a really clear, practical framework. See, on the left, the language focuses on the patient's experience, your commitment to find out what happened, and your offer of support. The language on the right, however, focuses on blame and cause, and that creates legal vulnerability. You always want to stick to the left column.
All right, let's put this all together into a structured step-by-step approach. This is what most professional guidelines recommend. Because this isn't just about one conversation, right? It's a process.
Following this disclosure ladder really ensures your communication is timely, compassionate, and legally sound at every single stage. You start with immediate sympathy. Then you move to factual updates without assigning blame. And only after a full investigation with your institution's and legal team's support do you even consider accepting responsibility. So here's the bottom line. Mastering the art of the medical apology is so much more than just legal self-preservation. It is a critical skill for building trust, for fostering actual healing, and really for upholding the highest ethical standards of our profession. It protects everyone involved.